Hierdie week se Kleinbesigheid het 'n manier gekry om besigheid te kombineer met 'n groter maatskaplike doel. Winslyn se kameras het gaan kuier by I Love Coffee Shop.
The journey started about November last year when I went to go and visit DEFSA, who are based here in Newlands. And after chatting to DEFSA, I discovered what are the social challenges facing the deaf community, and those largely around education and unemployment. And that led me to the idea of a coffee shop. We wanted to find a common ground between the hearing and the deaf, and we felt coffee was a great starting point. You know, a lot of people love coffee, and it's a great way to start a conversation. So when you come into our coffee shop and you learn a bit of sign language, you're starting to engage with our baristas, and that's really vital to break down communication barriers.
It's very difficult to find work because I'm a deaf person and I find it difficult to communicate with hearing people. They misunderstand what I say. Most of the time I will need an interpreter to make things easier, but it's not always easy to get an interpreter because of the expenses involved.
I think once I started seeing that we could make a difference, and you know, when I think back to when we first interviewed our baristas, they were shy and retiring and really had no confidence. And to see day by day how they've grown as people and their confidence is growing and the smiles and the interaction, I think that's what really keeps them motivated, is knowing that you really can make a difference. This was just our pilot store, and we wanted to prove here that we could train baristas and that they could serve hearing and deaf customers, which we've done now. So the plan is to grow into a mobile unit, and we're also chatting to some people internationally about taking this to other countries as well.
I was studying to become a chef, and I was thinking about what I wanted to do in the future. I really wanted to get a job, but a lot of people told me that in the real world, it is impossible for deaf people to work. When I was done studying, I went into this real world and I experienced that it was true. I looked for work for such a long time and I couldn't find anything. I saw how difficult it was. Everything that people had told me was true. 6 months later, I found a job here at I Love Coffee Shop. And once again, my dream has come alive. And this is a wonderful place to work at because I actually have the opportunity to communicate in my own language. I work with 2 other deaf baristas, and we teach hearing people sign language as well. And everybody in my workspace accepts my language, and it's so amazing. My passion has come alive again. And it all started here at I Love Coffee Shop. And what I've seen that it is possible. It is possible for deaf people. Deaf people can.
If I can give some tips to young entrepreneurs, it would be start as early as possible. Get an idea and really go out and try and do it as soon as possible. The other thing is don't give up. You really have to slog at it. Get out there, make mistakes. And if you make a mistake, don't be afraid to fall down and pick yourself up. You've got to learn in this business to fail quickly. Make the mistakes, fix them, and move on. But also the most important one is don't make perfect the enemy of good. When you start a business, it's okay. It's going to be in its infancy stages. It's not going to be great, but start it. And one other thing I can add is, whatever your business is, ask what you can do for humanity. If you can build in a social element, do something for someone else, make someone's life better, it just opens so many doors for you. So I think that no matter what you're doing, whether you're producing a product or a service, just think of the community around you and how you can help improve that, and your business will grow.